So we are recording. Okay, so this is English 203. As you can see, or if you haven't yet visited the courses Moodle page, please do so. I have a welcome video over here, and this is where you should start. In this welcome video, I walk you through the course, and I let you know how to navigate the course's webpage. Having said that, writing courses are probably the best to teach online. And this is why most of the learning that you will be doing is going to be done asynchronously, which means that we will not be face to face when we do that. Okay, so I'm just admitting more people here before we carry on. Okay, so having said that, most of our sessions are going to be done asynchronously. We do have the courses WhatsApp group where you can communicate with me synchronously, but most of the work is going to be done asynchronously. So start with a welcome video over here, watch it, and then go over to the syllabus and watch this video over here and read the syllabus. This is not a substitute for reading the syllabus, okay? I would want you to read the syllabus and read the syllabus very, very carefully because this is my contract with you. I don't want you at the end of the semester to be surprised by certain things and tell me, oh, I was not aware that this was the case for this course, right? So my syllabus is my contract with you. And if you stay in the course, I'm presuming that you're agreeing to this contract and you're agreeing to fulfill all your responsibilities for the course. On this first page over here, you will also find the Pages Apart table of contents. Pages Apart is the book that we will be using in this course. You've already paid for it, and it's part of your tuition fees. The way to get the book is digitally. At first, we were debating whether you can get a hard copy or a digital copy, and then we realized it's much better to get a digital copy. And for the digital copy, what will happen is you will, okay, I have some people who are still unmuted. I'm going to mute you very quickly. Okay. So for the digital copy, you will be getting an email either from me or from the director of the program giving you a code and a website or a link to a website that you can click on and download the book. Pages Apart is a book that is homegrown, which means that we did it at AV. It's designed with you in mind. So we did it for our students, and it was done by our faculty. In fact, I was the lead editor of the book. And so in every single way, this book is designed for you, 100%. We decided we're not gonna go and buy a book from anywhere and use it to teach you academic writing. We're gonna use our own book to teach you that. So if you haven't done so already, what I would want you to do is open the Moodle page on your phone and click on the WhatsApp group link over here. Once you click on it, you can join our group. And this group is going to be for communication among us, but it's also going to be for communication that is urgent in a sense. So if you have a question, if you have something that you are unclear about, what I want you to do is to ask it on the group. Please make sure that we have to treat this as seriously as possible. So try not to message after 8 p.m. or 8:30, knowing that some people might be, you know, they need their privacy, etc., etc. And try not to message me privately. And the reason is because I want you, if you have a question, what I want you to do is message it, send it to everybody, because if you have a question, everybody else does. So this way, when I answer you, I would be answering so many other people who didn't want to ask a question directly, okay? If you're also unfamiliar with how to use Microsoft Word, I've created a video for you over here because I want you to submit your assignments in a particular way. And I have created a sign-up sheet for moderators, and I have noticed that so many of you have already signed up for this. We will talk more about this next week, but in essence, the moderator is somebody who's going to be going over the discussion forum and taking care of 10 different responses. Okay, we are 50 people in this course, and so every week I need 5 moderators to take care of 10 different responses each. We'll talk more about this at a different time, or I will clarify it for you in a short video by next week. Okay, so moving on. This is the first assignment for the beginning of the semester, which is week 1, which is the introduction to the course, what we're doing right now. This is the link to the Zoom. So when you access, I'm not going to be sending you emails every week to tell you that you have a Zoom meeting. Our Zoom meetings are going to be Tuesdays at 6. They are not mandatory. You don't have to be here, and you can always watch the recording afterwards. However, having said that, if you can make it, you can make it. It'll be great to have you on here live, especially if you have a question or an intervention or anything of that sort. This week, second, do I need to mute? Okay, everybody's muted. Sometimes I hear this voice in my ear. Somebody forgot to mute their microphone. Okay, so for week 1, what you have to do is you have to go to the discussion forum and start a new thread and introduce yourself to us. Who are you? How old are you? What is your major? What school did you go to? What are your hobbies? What do you like doing in your free time, etc., etc. And I want you to also try to upload a photo of yourself either to your Moodle page or to this discussion forum. If you want to share a cute photo with us, or if you want to share some links like to your Twitter or your Instagram or your Snapchat, you're more than welcome to do so, because I would like us to connect. Okay? What I also would want you to do is to respond to 3 peers commenting on common attributes between you and them. So if you want to react to somebody's post, you can do that. And then you can probably tell them, hey, you know what? This person also went to this school, and or this person has similar interests like you, etc., etc.
انت القصه وانا الحنان
هناك بكون
Shut it up. Okay. Great. So the rest of the weeks are all hidden from you, but they are all there. So I will really reveal every single week by around Sunday. So week 2 will be revealed on Sunday, week 3, week 4, etc., etc., and so on and so forth. Before I move on to the syllabus, I just want to remind you that all Zoom sessions will be recorded and saved to Moodle and can be viewed by your classmates at any time. By signing up to this course, you are agreeing to be filmed for this course's educational purposes. Okay, moving on. Let me just stop share for a second because I want to share the syllabus with you. So with this syllabus, what I want you to do is read the entire syllabus and make sure that you understand everything and everything makes sense, because it has a lot of very important information that you need to be aware of. Important deadlines, etc., etc., what the course is about, what you're expected to learn in this course, as well as the course's requirements. So we have in this course, we're going to be working on one major project, which is the Wikipedia project. and you're going to be writing a reflective essay, which will be done individually, which means that the Wikipedia project will be done with others. You will be collaborating on that. You can't do a Wikipedia project alone. We have some reading responses and class discussions every single week. So you're going to be reading and we're going to be discussing articles. We have a video presentation, a poster, and a library session. The library session will take place next week, but it's mandatory. We have to complete that library session. So let me tell you a little bit about the Wikipedia project. For this project, you're going to be working with other students to create a Wikipedia article about a Lebanese author. This is the first project of its kind with Wikipedia outside of the United States, and we are the only class that's doing it that's outside of the US. So we are kind of special in this sense. And Wikipedia first approved this project for English 203, my section, last year, and we worked on several different authors. We created a digital presence for them because otherwise they would have been forgotten. We'll talk more about the Wikipedia project once it's time to do so, but it is a very exciting project and it has gotten a lot of attention from AUB, from Wikipedia, and even around the world at different universities who are very interested in seeing how we can use the Wikipedia platform, number one, to learn about writing, to learn about academic writing, and to preserve our digital heritage, or to preserve our heritage by digitizing it. The reflective essay is going to be done on the Wikipedia project, so you will be reflecting on the Wikipedia project and writing an essay towards the end of the semester. It's not a long essay, it's a short essay, but it's an important essay. And of course, you know, part of your participation is going to be participating in class discussions and moderating, as well as the video presentation that you're going to be creating about your Wikipedia article, and you're going to learn how to write a poster. It might seem right now that, so okay, this is a writing course. Why is it that most of the work is centered on reading and video and a poster? Well, guess what? This is the future. In academia and in academic writing, you're going to be relying a lot on posters and presentations. And because of what's going on right now and the fact that we have migrated online, video presentations are the next big thing, as you already know, of course. Moving on, the guidelines for submitted work is over here. So for every single assignment, you have to have a header in the upper left-hand corner, and you should also insert the page number in the upper right-hand corner. Use 12-point font, Times New Roman, double space everything, and have 1-inch margins. If you're unfamiliar with how to do so, remember we have the video for you. Now, the big question is, what about grades? How am I going to be earning a really good grade in this course? Well, guess what? You will all start with a good grade. You will all start with an A-. If you start missing assignments in the course, so you skip an assignment here, you skip an assignment there, your grade automatically starts going down. However, if you do not miss assignments and instead impress me with the quality of your work, where I see that you have put in effort into your assignments, you can get an A in the course. So it's basically a very simple formula. Continue to do the work, show me that you're doing the work, complete all your assignments every week, and you will get an A-. Put in an extra effort, do an excellent job, and you will get an A. So it doesn't matter whether your English is impressive, whether this was the subject where you did very well in at school, or whether you come from a French school where you barely paid any attention in English class and you were not very fond of the subject or the language. Academic writing at the university level is very, very different from what you have learned at school. And so it doesn't matter. You can all still do very well in this class. So those over here, this is our grading contract, and those are the assignment commitments over here that I want you to read very, very carefully. So basically complete assignments and turn in all related parts of assignments, submit assignments by the assigned due date, turn in drafts for workshops and peer reviews, write helpful and thoughtful and clear responses to peer drafts, etc. And I also have some classroom commitments, like for example, if we have a one-on-one online session, please make sure you arrive on time, participate and engage with assigned exercises and group work and peer review. So for example, if you are working on the Wikipedia project with your peers, and then they tell me, you know what, this person is not showing up to meetings. This is going to affect you, right? This person is not doing his or her work. So this is very, very important that you maintain this kind of commitment to the course. All right, so, and of course, this is the commitment fulfillment agreement that I have with you. If you start missing, work and you're behind, please get in touch with me about your chances of passing the course. Of course, we don't have an attendance policy because this is an online course. And as I said, those Zoom sessions are sort of optional. But at the same time, we have an academic integrity and plagiarism policy. So if you are a new student, you have to know that AUB has zero tolerance, zero, when it comes to plagiarism. What is plagiarism? Plagiarism is taking information from other sources and not documenting this, putting quotes around words that were originally written or spoken by someone else other than you, but not citing them properly, submitting a paper that was written by somebody else, having somebody else help you write your paper, downloading your paper off the internet, using data graphs, photos, charts, or other information without citation, taking someone else's writing and changing some of the words without quoting this person. So it's all sorts of things. Basically, what I'm trying to tell you is the following: do your own work. Since you're already getting a good grade anyway, if you just do your work, do your own work so you can learn something. Because the way I've designed the course, you will learn just by doing. So I urge you that you do your own work. Don't rely on somebody else, because even if you make mistakes, I'm not going to penalize you for your mistakes. I will help you improve your work. I will help you improve your writing and your thinking skills and your reading skills. I will not penalize you for that. So do your own work. This is very important. Well, what happens if you plagiarize and I find out that you have plagiarized? I will report you to your dean, and your dean will give you a dean's warning. It's a big deal if you are a pre-med student, because that will affect you a lot later on. And it'll remain on your record. I guess if you get 2 dean's warnings, you will be kicked out of the university. So it's really not worth it. And we take this very seriously, by the way, at AUB. If you feel that at any time during the semester you have concerns about the course and you cannot talk to me about it for whatever reason, you can always email Dr. David Landis. He's the assistant director. Sorry, he's the director, and his assistant director, Dr. Malaki Khouri. And they can talk to you about your problems or issues in my course. We also have the writing center. We have the reference librarians are there to help you. You're going to meet them. We have specific course reference librarians who are going to be helping us with the work on Wikipedia. They're super nice and super helpful. We have the counseling center. So if you feel that you're overwhelmed, you can always book an appointment with them. They are lovely, very nice, very professional, and will keep your information top secret. Nobody's gonna know that you're visiting the counseling center. Not that there is anything wrong with that, but it's good for you to have to know that your privacy is being protected. We also have an accessibility education officer, Nadine Ghalayini, who can help you if you have, for example, if you know that you have some challenges like dyslexia, ADD, or some physical challenges. She will be able to help you by sending letters to all your professors and to make sure that you're getting accommodated. So whether you have a temporary medical condition or a permanent condition, she's the person to talk to. If you feel that at any point you have been harassed, discriminated against, based on your sex, gender, religion, whatever it is, you make sure that you report this harassment to the Title IX coordinator by either reporting it, clicking on this link over here. So everything, all this information is in your syllabus. Or if you feel that you're uncomfortable doing that, you can always talk to a faculty member and we can help you. I also have in the syllabus, I have a detailed schedule with the week numbers and the dates and everything. Notice Wikipedia projects here are in blue. And when everything is due. So you can always print this out and keep it in your room or in your notebook to make sure when you have everything due. So in addition to your Moodle page, everything is detailed on here. When we begin with the Wikipedia project, we'll talk more about it, and we will have a course reference, a course specific librarian who will be helping us with the work. And we also have Wikipedia people who will be helping us with the work. It's a fun project. It's excellent to do online. It teaches us a lot. We have to abide by Wikipedia's guidelines. We'll learn so much about writing, academic writing, genre writing, etc., etc. All right, I'm going to stop sharing the screen right here and let's see. Do you have any questions? I have a question from Rowana. Hello, sorry to interrupt, but I did not understand the part about the sign-up sheet for moderators and choosing students every week. Okay, so thank you for your question. So for the moderators, you click on the link and you go and you sign up for 1 week. During that week, you are responsible for answering 10 different students' posts. So when they post about, for example, the responses to the readings, you have to moderate that. You have to make sure, for example, that obscene language is not being used, or that they are following, particular, netiquette, and that is related to internet etiquette. And you're going to be, if they have like a question or something, you're going to be moderating that. I will have the guidelines for you posted before next week so that you know how to moderate and what you will be looking for and how to moderate, how do you divide up the work, etc., etc. Does that answer your question, Rowana? Okay, great. So that will come with a handout. Ralph, for the assignment for Friday, should we respond to 2 or 3 peers? For this week only, exceptionally, it's 3 peers. After that, it's always 2 peers. 50 words for each response. Okay, good evening. Will our grades only be based on the assignments without exams? Yes, we do not have exams in English courses. Well, except for with the exception of English 102, we don't have. At least I do not have exams in my courses. I think it's the best way to learn how to write is to read and write. So you're going to be doing a lot of reading and writing, and this is the best way to learn how to write. I don't think exams will teach you how to write. Okay. And so yeah, of course, it's assignments. You turn in the assignment, you get a point for it right there. We choose 3 peers randomly. Well, yeah, randomly, preferably, but like if you feel that, for example, there's this one person that nobody has answered, just make sure you know that everybody is received or has received at least 2 or 3 answers, right? If you feel like you want to respond to more, that's fine. Common interests, yeah, sure, you can. It's best if you look and see, okay, do I have common interests with this person, or can I say something about their response, or did I like something that they said, could I relate to it? And then if you're joining towards the end and you see that some people have not been responded to, just make sure that they get a response. It'll be cool. Other questions? 50 words for the whole introduction? No. No, it's not 50 words for the whole introduction. Whenever you're responding to somebody, it's 50 words. Your post, your discussion forum ranges between 200 to 300 words, and it's usually specified in the discussion forum. Yeah, I'm sorry, somebody was trying to speak and...
I had a question.
Yes,
I don't know how.
sorry, I don't know
I don't know how appropriate is this, but what is the maximum possible grade?
A.
A. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so I don't know if I think Zoom picks up on whatever someone is saying, even if I have my earphones plugged in. But let me repeat the question. So what is the maximum grade one can get in this course? It's an A. So if you put in an extra effort, you will definitely get an A. If I notice that you have invested in this course and your learning and other people's learning as well, by doing a good job with the moderation, with responding to people, with responding to peers, you will definitely get an A. If you've only met the requirements, you will get an A minus. If you've missed out on a few, then you know your grade will start dropping. It's all detailed in the course syllabus, in the grade contract. For the Wikipedia project, Yasmin is asking, you'll choose our partners, right? And how many students will participate in each project? Okay. Yasmin, I'm not sure about choosing partners. Let me tell you why. I think it's best if you choose your own partners. And we'll go through the process. I will have a sign-up sheet for you, and you can talk to people, maybe some people who have a similar schedule. Maybe you will pick people who are in your major. Maybe you will pick some people who you're friends with. I think it's best if you pick your own partners for several reasons. Number one, I don't want you to come back to me in the middle of the semester and say, oh, I don't like working with this person. So by making you responsible for choosing your partners and free to choose your partners, you're also being responsible for maintaining this partnership, right? And plus, you know, it's not like it's a marriage. It'll just last for a few weeks. So and then it'll be over and done with. As for how many students are going to be participating, I was trying to debate this with the librarians and the Wikipedia people, and I was thinking maybe around, last time we did it, I think we did 5 students per project, but I think this time we're gonna do 4 students per project, 3 to 4. And if I'm not mistaken, I've already specified this in the Wikipedia project when I designed the course, so we can go back and look at that once the week is revealed. I'm sorry. Okay. Other questions? Any other questions? Anything? Any comments? Any concerns? Any worries? How is this different from, how is English 203 different from English 204? Do you have these questions? Why weren't you admitted to English 204? Well, nobody is admitted to English 204. Every person is admitted to English 203, and English 204 is very different. Yes, for sure, it's a lot more serious, and or at least I teach it very differently. And in English 204, we are completely focused on advanced academic writing, how you will be writing in as researchers, as scientists, as people who are going to be in academia, etc., etc. Here, we're just getting introduced. This is like getting introduced to how to write in a university setting. Okay, so I have a question from Abdurrahman. Every Tuesday is a meeting with you, but what about Thursdays? No meeting with me on Thursdays. It's only Tuesdays at 6. And the reason is because, yeah, Abdurrahman, I don't believe in synchronous learning for writing. This doesn't work for writing. The best way to learn is to do it asynchronously, okay? Studies show that it doesn't work when it comes to writing courses, and this course has been designed following the best practices and pedagogies that are out there when it comes to teaching writing. You learn best when you are writing at your own pace. You're given clear instructions on how to do, what to do, etc. So we're going to be using our sessions on Tuesdays to very briefly discuss the readings and to touch base. You can consider them as office hours. Okay. I hope this answers your question. Okay. Faisal, I have pages apart right now. Will we start using it once everyone receives it, or from a, yeah, if by the end of the week, ComSkills doesn't send you the link to the books, I will post the first reading on Moodle. I will not leave you hanging. Hopefully they will have it for you by the end of the week. If not, if they wait until Drop in the Ad completely ends, I will then share with you at least the first reading in a PDF and put it on in week 1. Will you teach us the proper way to write a response essay, or should we already know it? Yes, I will. And of course, it's guided by the questions. So if you take a look at the if you take a look at the syllabus, it's already there with all the questions and what you need to do, etc., etc. Okay, so the one thing that you should know about me in the course is that I do not leave students hanging. It's not like I tell you, oh, do that, and then, oh, you did it wrong, without explaining why or what you did wrong. Or I don't even, you don't even, feel that you're left alone. You're always guided. So don't worry about that. Okay, great. Other questions? Other questions, concerns, general questions. If you have general questions about AB, if you're a new student, you have general questions, you can ask me as well. If I know, I will answer without going over time by a lot. Okay, Khadija, regarding the discussion forum of this week, are we supposed to introduce ourselves through an essay, or is it fine to just write everything into a, yeah, just a paragraph? Take it, you don't have to worry about like writing an essay. First of all, it's 300 words, so yeah, it should be a paragraph, not an essay. An essay then requires an introduction and all that, and the conclusion, which I don't want. I want data. That's what I want right now. And I'm presuming you already know how to write. You're in English 203, etc., etc. Do you think English 203 requires a lot of hard work? Okay. It requires discipline and organization. The way I have designed the course for you, you have work to be done every week that you cannot leave. It's not like you can say, oh, I will postpone this to next week. No, you have to commit to the course for I would say, how many times are we supposed to meet? Like, it's a 3-hour course a week. I think 3 hours are enough. We're between watching the videos and reading the articles and responding, you don't need more than what you would have committed had you been taking this course face to face on campus. And I've designed it in such a way where you cannot skip assignments. There is absolutely no way you can skip. You have to do the work every week. So I don't leave time for you to do anything else in the week. And having said that, we finish early, number one. So we don't have a final exam. So last day of class is actually the last day of class. You don't have anything to do after that. I think, you know, AUB is not an easy university. That's for sure. If you want to compare your work to the work of somebody who's studying, for example, at LAU or other universities, you will definitely be disappointed because they will have a lot less work to do than you do. That's for sure. So if you're at AUB, you are committed to doing work and you have to study. That's for sure. You can't get away with not doing the work. But in this course, you will notice that everything is organized. I didn't get how we're supposed to respond to other students' introductions. Can you please clarify? Yes, Ren. How should you respond? So let's say you read somebody's response and you think, oh, this is really cool what they said about, for example, the superhero that they are, or oh, they studied at a school that I studied at, or we share similar hobbies. Let's say you didn't notice any of that, but you read the responses of 2 or 3 or 4 people, and then you notice that they have some similarities. You can just respond to one of them and say, guess what, you and this other person share a common interest. And I think it's really cool that you come from different majors, yet you both, like, for example, like to paint or do horseback riding or whatever it is. Okay, does that answer your question then? Okay. Great. Other questions? No other questions? I have 40 participants in the house. It's almost a full house. Okay. If we are not going to ask any more questions, I'm going to stop the recording right now.